Hello students, welcome in our English composition lecture. Now in the today's video we are going to learn about story writing. Writing stories can be confusing. Stories have lives of their own, and like our lives they can be confusing too. Let's find out about the life of the story. Stories always have a beginning. We have all seen stories that start with the popular phrase that is once upon a time. A phrase like that is often needed in a story. It marks the beginning of the story. What we write after this determines how the story will grow. So, from here, the story is born. It is not always necessary to begin every story with the phrase mentioned above, that is once upon time. You can even begin stories with the abstract ideas, setting, or just any line that marks a beginning. Check out this example. It was the best of time, it was the worst of time, it was a warm and sunny evening, there once then many years ago. Like this, you also can begin the stories. Let's look at an example of writing the beginning of a story. Suppose the opening phrase of your story is once upon a time, and you are writing the famous story of the hare and the tortoise. To continue our story, the next step would be to introduce the characters soon after the opening phrase. So, once upon a time there was a hare and a tortoise. So, it will then look this. But we need to know a little bit more about two characters to take the story forward. Character descriptions is the next step to the writing a story. Here we describe our characters to learn a little bit more about them. So for example, after the opening of the hare and the tortoise, our story would go like this. Once upon a time there was a hare and tortoise. The hare was very fast and always loved to win. He was very impatient. The tortoise, however, took life slowly and patiently. So here that our opening should be like this. Now that we have introduced the characters, let's see what to write next. The next step to writing a story is to provide with its motivation. So, here we write something that makes the story move forward. The rest of the story depends on the motivation. In our story of the hare and the tortoise, the motivation is the upcoming race in the forest. So these gives both the characters a goal they wish to achieve. So the next part of the story would go like this. One day there was a race in the forest. Both the hare and the tortoise wanted to participate in the race and win. Let's find out what to write about next. After giving the story and its characters their motivation, the story will encounter a conflict. This conflict can be between two characters. The rest of the story aims to resolve these conflict. So, in the hare and the tortoise, we see two very different characters competing in a race for the same prize. Writing about this conflict will reassert the motivation of the characters. Now let's write about what happens during the race. At this stage of the story, we will write about the main event. So here we describe the main event and that will determine the future of the story and the characters. We can describe the race in our story like this. The race was a grand event. Everyone in the forest came to see who would win. This helps us create the setting for the main event. Now, let's see what the characters are doing. The next part of our story would go like this. The hare and the tortoise took their place, ready to race each other. The hare was confident that he would win and started to make fun of how slow the tortoise is. Once the race began, the fast hare easily overtook the slow-paced tortoise. So, here we see that the conflict between the two characters have worsened. But wait a minute, there is an unexpected twist coming up. It's time for us to add the plot twist. This is a twist in the story that completely changes its course. It helps the story to resolve its conflict. In our story, this is the twist. After running for a while, the hare grew tired. He decided to take a nap because he was sure the tortoise would still lose. But alas, the hare fell into a deep sleep and did not notice the tortoise overtaking him. The next part of our story tells us what happens after the twist. Here we write about the conflict coming to an end to see who has won and who has lost. When the hare finally woke up, he saw that the tortoise had overtook him and won the race. Now that we have written about the end of the conflict, it's time to bring our story to an end. To do this, we should create a moral for the story. This is a lesson. The characters as well as the readers learn from the story. In our story, the moral is this. The hare realized he was overconfident about the race, which is why he lost, so he went up to the tortoise to congratulate him. The tortoise smiled at him and gave him some advice. Slow and steady wins the race. So finally, we put all these things together. Our story will look like this. Means here upside all the parts I joined togetherly and gave that whole story. This marks the end of the story. Thus we have now seen the entire life of a story from its birth to its end. So let's take a quick recap, students. A story has a life of its own from its beginning to its end. To start writing a story, we should first decide on an opening phrase. Characters should be introduced in the beginning of the story. The story should have a main event that character can participate in. This main event creates a conflict between the characters, out of which one wins and the others loses. The characters that loses learns the moral of the story. Thus, through these characters, the reader also learns a lesson. So I hope you students you had fun to learn the story writing, because we learned that story with the example of most beautiful and famous story. Thank you. Happy learning.